All right, sorry for the bad lighting, but yeah, doing this at work for like probably the third time in a row. Um, I watched and listened to Vacation Friends with John Cena, Lil Rel, and a couple other people. Um, and the Donda album and like what surrounded the album. But let's talk about Vacation Friends because Donda is kind of a rant for me. It's good. The thing watching it, it makes me really like John Cena over The Rock, and I put them two together because they're basically the same person, play the same type of roles for the most part. But John Cena has the edge for me because he's not afraid to be goofy, but not in like a bumbling type of way. He's not afraid to be scary, and not like I'm big, I impose my will type of way. Like in Suicide Squad, he was terrifying, especially like toward the end of the movie when he was going against Ratcatcher. Um, and in Vacation Friends, he was kind of terrifying too because you never know what he's gonna do, what he's gonna say. But like, it wasn't like a weirdness like the Tina Fey type shit. But like, you just never know what he was gonna do or say. He's just impulsive. What's crazy is his they were life partners at the end of the movie. They got married, but like she was more crazy though. She was saying some wild shit toward the end of the movie, but the movie was good. Like I thought it was predictable to a point, but it was kind of refreshing because the twists and turns, and then you see like he was uptight, but she was just like him in a way. It showed the dynamic of the families. Like it was really good. I felt like for that type of movie, like just period. Like it was just a really good movie. It's on Hulu. Like an hour and 40 minutes. Standard rom-com type of thing. I don't even know if it's a rom-com. There's some romance. There's comedy, but I don't know. It's weird. But it's a really good movie. Like I would definitely watch it again in a couple months, and then again for Valentine's Day because right now we're going into the fall. So let's just jump into Donda. It came out Sunday morning, and of course I jumped on it. I listened to it. I pre-ordered it after the first listening party. I pre-ordered it, and for the release it just disappeared, and then it came out. Now I thought it was because for the algorithm, not the algorithm, like the coding, it was just easier just to remove it and then put out the album versus fulfilling all the pre-orders, which they should be used to right now. I don't know, in my mind it just makes sense. And then Kanye actually came out and said that they put out the album without his consent. And yeah, I mean it's doing well, but that's a big deal. That's a big problem. Like that's a huge problem. But to see people talk about it, it's like it don't matter. Like Universal did us a favor by putting out the album. That's what you get for having all these listening parties. And it's like he changed music with that, and I think a lot of people are gonna do this now. Like it's like a concert basically, It was just sad reading comments because it's like we've seen how people went hard for Taylor Swift when her masters were bought. How hard they went to support her. We see this with so many other women, how much they get supported. And just imagine if Def Jam just put out Rihanna's album without her consent, what they would do. If whoever Beyonce's with put out her album without her consent, how people would react. But for whatever reason, it's Kanye. The thing is too, I never understood why people hate Kanye so much. Never understood it. Like people try to say, oh, that slavery thing, oh, he cocky and conceited. His big thing is believing in yourself and loving yourself enough to say stupid shit like I am a god. I mean, being a god that you control your fate. You're the god when you play a video game. Who don't feel like a guy playing The Sims and locking people in the bathroom and like going through all the ways that they can just unalive themselves. Using the cheat codes to like starve them is, it's just crazy. And the slavery thing, but saying it was a choice. Look, the thing is, I understood what he was trying to say without even putting words in his mouth. I understood what he was trying to say. Because you look at Harriet Tubman and people like her, they chose not to deal with that anymore, not to do with that anymore. And they made a difference. And you can equate it, like I think a good analogy is when people say, if you don't like something, change it. They didn't like it. They changed it. I mean, saying it was a choice is that people are taking it like they wanted them to come over to Africa and like take them from there and bring them to America. Like that's what people are equating it to. It's like, no, that's not even close to what he was saying. Like, like if you look at the full quote, like that's not even close what he said, and that's people's biggest issue. That thing and the ego. That's people's biggest issue when you have these athletes and who've done way worse to society and their life partners, the people they're with, and these musicians who get full support, and the actors whose stuff just gets swept under the rug constantly, especially with actors. But, let's just get on Kanye for like saying a couple things. It trips me out. I really don't have no rant about the album. I really don't care for the Lil Durk song. His voice, I can't listen to that. It's like a pitch issue for me. I think some songs run too long and it gets too repetitive. And it, other than Cuddy didn't hum. Where's the hum in Moon? Where's the hums? Oh, I need that to sustain me. I need that very much. Weeknd killed it. Like I for work, I made a playlist blending Donda with After Hours, and it works very weirdly, but it definitely works. Like I recommend you try that. Blend Donda. Your preference on the flow of the album, of the playlist, but I did like, because he's 27 songs. For every 2 song, the Weeknd song was in between them. So, dude, it works, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, it really works. Because I'm listening to it, like, this feels like After Hours in a way, and it really does work. But, yeah, that's it. Like, it just really tripped me out because, heaven forbid, knock on wood, something happens to him. Do you know how much people come out the woodwork for him? Because we see it time and time again. We're now at the point where people are saying Heath Ledger is not the best Joker. Because time has passed so much since he's passed, because when he passed, that's all you heard. But now, like, I've seen it the other day, and people say, oh, I've been saying this forever. So I think I'm gonna say at least the last year or two. He's been gone. Heath Ledger's been passed away for how long now? Like 5-7 years or something like that. Like the way people just move on, forget, and will dismiss you is ridiculous to me. And how much they love you when you're not here is crazy to me. Like it trips me out. Like I am a huge Kanye fan. And over the years, I've learned to take biasness out of situations, especially because like I'm a bigger fan of music than I am of anybody. I'm a bigger fan of the art than I am of any actor. And it just sucks. And like I'm from Chicago, South Side. And it just sucks. Like people are being beyond unfair with how they talk about him, And it's just crazy to me. And even on down to Kim, what happened to all the women's rights stuff, and like supporting women no matter what? People get on her, man. She's out of all of them, even Courtney, I think she minds her business the most. Like, she minds the business the most. She just gets attacked. It's just crazy to me. But you know what it is. Donda, like 27 songs, almost 2 hours. Whew, it really is almost 2 hours. And honestly, you feel like it's almost 2 hours. I think certain songs hit way harder than others. Like, I can't think of them off the top of my head, but like the first 5 songs outside of Donda, dude, incredible. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Also want to say, My Hero Academia is so goddamn boring. It's like they're boring on purpose. Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, yeah, it's following the manga, but some stuff just don't have to be done. You could just, I feel like at a certain point, embellish, because My Hero does not have to be this damn boring. Like, I don't get why it's so boring. And then you watch the previous seasons, it's just boom, 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 boom. And you watch other shows similar to it, it's like boom, 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 boom. And My Hero's like caught in this I want to be taken serious mode right now. And I'm just like, bro, clearly you're building up to something. Like, I read the descriptions on the back of the mangas because I haven't bought them yet. And then I think a new one comes out like September 7th. So I know we get into some heavy stuff. Some real fights are coming, like game-changing fights. And I heard it was a time skip also after the fights. So, but bro, stop playing with me. You do not have to be this boring. But whatever, man. That'll do it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will be back. I am still watching How I Met Your Mother. I'm probably gonna start Vampire Diaries again. It's just nothing good out right now. But yeah, I'll be back. In this